Rejecting the police's premise that he committed suicide, the parents of IAS officer DK Ravi are demanding that the investigation into his death be handed over to the CBI. They sat in protest at the Karnataka State Assembly today, a day after they performed the last rites for their 36-year-old younger son.
The family of DK Ravi threatening suicide in front of the Vidhana Saudha if the case of the death of the IAS officer was not handed over to the CBI. Their presence forced the Chief Minister to come out and reassure them. This is just one aspect of the dramatic events that have unfolded after the body of the young IAS officer was found hanging in his apartment on Monday evening. Their call for a CBI probe is echoed by Justice Santosh Hegde.
I would certainly prefer an outside agency to keeping in mind. We are good officers, we do have, and I do have full faith in the police system. But when a situation like this arises, where there are serious allegations that there was pressure being brought on him from the sources within the ruling party, within the governance, it will be extremely difficult for the Karnataka police to hold an inquiry.
Members of the opposition parties, the BJP and Janata Dal Secular, sat on a dharna overnight in the Karnataka Assembly. The opposition in Karnataka is clearly in no mood to let go of their demand for a CBI probe into the death of DK Ravi, the young IAS officer, who was found hanging in his apartment on Monday evening.
ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಹೇಳೋದಿಷ್ಟನೇ ಗೃಹ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಇರಬಹುದು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಇರಬಹುದು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮುಗ್ಧ ರೈತರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಯನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಂತ ಇಡೀ ರಾಜ್ಯ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
The State Home Minister was fierce in defense of the government's decision to hand the case to the state CID. But the House had to be adjourned following the fiery arguments. Ravi's father-in-law also questioned the suicide theory.
Ravi is a very bold officer. He is a courageous, young, energetic officer. Ravi is not the person who is committing suicide himself. If he is himself committed a suicide, means there should be a strong reason. I want to know that reason, that's all. Truth has to come out.
The investigation proceeds in the middle of all this pressure. Sources indicate to NDTV that the post-mortem showed death due to hanging and with no other external signs of injury. Investigators are looking into the last calls received by Ravi in a bid to find reasons for his untimely death. The death of young IAS officer DK Ravi has had a much greater impact than he himself would ever have anticipated. The grief of his family, certainly, but also a sense of anger and lots of question and demands for a CBI inquiry, a demand that the family is also joining in. With Govind Murthy, Maya Sharma in Bengaluru for NDTV.